Greetings, this is Nata Reader. Welcome back to my channel. I'm very much excited for this video. First of all, because I finally found myself a good camera and I'm not filming with my phone anymore. It means that I don't have to delete things from my phone to keep some space for new videos. Second, I'm going to be talking about great songs that should be on Spotify. Here's my phone. This backside is a cute little owl with headphones over it. An accurate representation of me, but my headphones are black and you're going to see that in this video. At the time, Spotify was blocked in Georgia for some reason. In February 2021, Spotify was finally unlocked. And in September, I activated Spotify Premium and I have been paying every month ever since. Since Spotify was blocked here in Georgia, I used this app called iPlay. Even though I use Spotify, I'm not getting rid of iPlay. What if I forget to pay or do not have the money to pay for Spotify and I get lost all of my playlists? I need my music near me 24/7. Also, on iPlay I have songs I'm going to discuss today. Songs that aren't on Spotify but definitely should be. So, let's see what are these songs. These are Marley headphones I got 3 years ago in February 2019. They are kinda worn out because I used them a lot. Also, when I got myself these headphones, the only band I wanted to listen to was Iron Maiden. Here. It's not easy to plug them in at the first time. So the very first song I wanted to talk about in this video is Valhalla by Black Sabbath. This song, Valhalla by Black Sabbath, I heard in 2014, when I was still in my first year of university. This song reminds me of those times when I was at university. I remember the day when me and my group mates went to attach the word student to our IDs. I don't listen to Black Sabbath, the albums that don't feature Ozzy or Dio, but this song is very good, and it does a great job explaining what Valhalla actually is. If you read the lyrics, you get that the kingdom of Odin is the kingdom of God. That's literally the first line of the song. When I think of all the songs named Valhalla, I remember the Black Sabbath song above all. The next song on my list is Warriors of the World by Manavar. I know very well that Manavar is actually Manowar, that's how everyone pronounces it. I say Manavar because it sounds to a Russian word samovar. It means self-boiling kettle. I tried getting into Manavar back in 2013, but I didn't go too far. This song, Warriors of the World, I heard last summer and it has been in my playlist ever since. It's a very good song. If you aren't a Manowar fan, but you want to get into band, probably this one is a great start. The next song on my playlist is Rivendell by Rush. This beautiful acoustic ballad is about Lord of the Rings. You probably guessed that from the title. It's about Rivendell, obviously. I am no Rush fan, but I listened to their Fly By Night. I can't say I became a huge fan of this album, but this song, Rivendell, really stuck with me. This lovely song makes me feel like a darling child. Just imagine lying in bed, ready to sleep, and there's someone, probably your mother or father or uncle or whatever, singing this ballad to you, putting you down to sleep. You feel warm and safe while hearing this song. If you are a Lord of the Rings fan that wants to hear Tolkien themed songs that aren't epic power metal or metal in general, I suggest this a lovely acoustic song to you. Okay, speaking of Lord of the Rings, there's another warm ballad inspired by Lord of the Rings that definitely should be on Spotify. Frodo of the Nine Fingers. Okay, this is kinda cheating because this song isn't simply inspired by Lord of the Rings. This is the ballad taken straight from the animated film The Return of the King. In 2008, I developed an obsession with anything Lord of the Rings related. I watched the films, I read The Hobbit because that was the only book set in Middle-earth that I could find, and I watched the animated films The Hobbit and Return of the King. I watched the Ralph Bakshi film later. It's kinda sad that I got to read the books much later, but at least I made myself some happy memories with the Peter Jackson films. The title says that this song is about Frodo's adventures, but don't let that fool you. This song is a lot about Bilbo's adventures with the elves, dwarves and Gollum and Dragon Smaug and so on. It's a warm ballad. You know, now I'm after songs like Rivendell or Frodo of the Nine Fingers or even the Bard Song in the Forest by Blind Guardian. If you know such warm, relaxing ballads with nice vocals, please recommend them to me in the comments. Oh, and another song that sounds very warm is this Teller of the Tales by Kevin MacLeod. My theme song, that's the song you often hear in my videos. Okay, so number 5 on this list, Burning Sunlight Everlasting by Moonlight Eternal. How in the world isn't this song on Spotify yet? What started as a power metal parody ended up so much better than most seriously intended power metal songs. This song used 3 simple chords and it has an epic metal scream at the beginning. Moonlight Eternal is a band definitely worth your attention. And they are an amazing live band too. I have to warn you about one thing. For the next few minutes, I'm going to complain. I am going to complain about Queen albums not being available 100% on Spotify. I could complain about near most songs being on Spotify, but I chose only 3 songs to cry about. So the very first song that I am going to cry about is The Millionaire Waltz from A Day at the Races album. The album is actually technically on Spotify, but most of the songs are blocked. The Millionaire Waltz has a nice piano beginning that is also followed by a nice bass line. This is one of Queen's most relaxed and uplifting songs. Fun fact, I used to have Apple Music and all the Queen albums were available there. But I didn't enjoy Apple Music that much and I quit my free subscription before it actually ended. It has 3 months free trial, but they felt like forever for me. The second song I'm going to complain about is the Prophet song from A Night at the Opera album. I often revisit this song. It has a wonderful acoustic intro and some great drumming. A Night at the Opera is an amazing album with a lot of diverse songs. You have an acoustic song like 39 or a ukulele song like Good Company, a song full of anger like the very first song Death on Two Legs dedicated to, and you have a hit song like Bohemian Rhapsody, and you also have the Prophet song. A Night at the Opera is the very first Queen album I heard. If I had to pick top 3 Queen albums, they definitely would be A Night at the Opera, The Works, and A Miracle. It's such a huge disappointment that most of the songs on the album are banned, and when you search for A Night at the Opera on Spotify, oh wait a minute. Just to think of all the innocent Queen fans searching for A Night at the Opera on Spotify, only to discover the bombastic, epic, powerful album of the same name by Blind Guardian. Just think about it. If you are that innocent Queen fan that searched for the Queen album and ended up discovering a Blind Guardian album, please let me know down in the comments. Now, of course, I would prefer to have the Queen album on the Spotify. Okay, and the third and final Queen song, which is one of my favorites, I Want It All from the Miracle album. This song is very special for me. I discovered this one song in late 2018. I was at university at the time and the road from home to university was very long, and I can definitely say that I listened to this song on my way to university and back. This reminds me of university, the last year of university, and the family gatherings. The beginning of the song is very epic. You hear this line 3 times, I want it all, and then I want it now. It would be hard to choose between the Prophet song and I want it all. How come this isn't on Spotify? Yeah, this video is basically me complaining, especially about Queen. There's one thing that is available on Spotify. I discovered this song, the original Queen song, in 2018, and a few months later, I think that was in March 2019, yes, I think, a cover of the song came out. I remember that I was searching for I Want It All on YouTube and encountered this very cover. I didn't check the song right away because I was scared. I was scared that they might have butchered the song, as I love the original so much. I rejected the song, I stayed away from it. But 1 year later, in 2020, this song eventually reached my ears. I was simply scrolling through songs and it appeared randomly. I heard a few seconds, then checked out the whole song, and I unironically liked it very much. I have a Spotify playlist named My All-Time Favorite Songs, I will make a video about it. And that song is a part of that playlist. Look, I get why some people don't like this cover, because it's much darker, more brutal and more aggressive than the original, especially in terms of vocals. I like this dark and aggressive approach to Queen. I think it kinda did it justice. Well, you might disagree with me, but I still like this cover very much. And guess who they got as the guest vocalist? They got Hansi Kjers to sing with them. This guy is kinda everywhere, collaborating with as many artists as possible, blessing everyone with his voice. I think that this song would have been a masterpiece if he sang the whole song. Okay, so the next song on my list is Self-Portrait by Rainbow. I love the first 3 Rainbow albums with Ronnie James Dio on vocals. I'm not kinda interested in the rest though. The very first album of this band, Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow, is my favorite album. 2 songs from this album are blocked, and Self-Portrait is one of them. I also love Blackmore's Night cover of the song, it's very relaxing, but I also want the rocking original. They both belong on my favorites playlist. Yeah, Blackmore made the original and also participated in making the cover. Okay, so the next one is very interesting. The next song that definitely should be on Spotify is Violent Revolution by Kreator. You might ask, but Violent Revolution is already available on Spotify. What do you want? I would reply that the Wacken Worldwide 2020 live version should be on Spotify. I listened to the studio version only recently, in last December, but then I realized that I had heard this song before and it turned out to be right. It was from Wacken Worldwide 2020. Their performance of the song was so good, I kinda regretted not catching Kreator live. Wacken Open Air is this festival I want to attend one day. For obvious reasons, they decided in 2020 to do a virtual online concert, and Kreator participated in the concert. This song itself, Violent Revolution, is really epic. It's amazing. The drumming at the very beginning, that intro. And the first 2 lines alone are the reason to love this song. Just hear it. Society failed to tolerate me, and I have failed to tolerate society. I want to cover this song one day. Okay, so the next song that definitely should be on Spotify is, you might be surprised, but I'm going... the Russian cover of Bon Jovi's It's My Life. Okay, don't let the title fool you. The song isn't in Russian, but it's in English. But it's sung in a very Russian way. It's sung like this. It's my life, it's now or never. I'm gonna live forever. It's kinda like this. I remember that when I was at university, before the lectures began, I turned on this song very loudly. If you are kinda done with the original, I definitely recommend searching on YouTube the Russian cover of Bon Jovi's It's My Life, because it's very funny. and I can say that it's better than the original too. Okay, so the next song is Rebounding by Stevie T and Anthony Vincent. How to be Imagine Dragons. That's a video on YouTube that Stevie T released a few years ago. And Anthony Vincent, back then known as 10-second songs, was a part of that video. They attempted to make their own version of Believer called Rebounding, and it turned out to be much better than Believer. I listened to that song non-stop. Okay, the next song is Time by David Bowie. I think that song was from his album called Aladdin Sane. That album isn't available on Spotify. The piano intro is very good. That's what got me to listen to this song in the first place. 14th and final song that definitely should be on Spotify, but only for nostalgic reasons, is Girl Next Door from Drake and Josh original soundtrack. Just for nostalgic reasons. I'm not saying that I'm a huge fan of this song, but Drake and Josh was a part of my teen years, the first 2 seasons of Drake and Josh. I watched them non-stop. These songs are very good. I recommend checking them out if you haven't. Maybe these songs will dive deep into your soul and you will love them so much. Alright, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed my video. What songs do you think should be on Spotify but aren't and you have to hear them elsewhere? Let me know down in the comments. Please like and subscribe and follow me on social media. I'll link to my Linktree is in the description. See you next time. Goodbye.